Okay, we are live, everybody. My name is Bezad.
I'm Risa.
And we are here from Naked and Famous Denim, presenting you with the world's greatest raw denim live stream. Not just the world's, but possibly the universe's. I would say definitely the universe's. You guys let me know in the chat below. It's good to see everybody here. A lot of familiar faces in the crowd. And yeah, we're gonna talk about denim today.
Yeah.
Denim, and denim.
And something else.
And something else. I'm sure.
It's always something else.
It's always going to be something else. So, good to see everybody. We are broadcasting live from Saturday morning in Japan, in Yokohama, Japan. It's 7 p.m.-ish Eastern in the Eastern time zone and some other times wherever you are checking in from the world. And let's see where everybody is checking in from the entire world. Early for me. Brain not woken up yet. Let's go. We've got Hector here from Staten Island, New York City. Milo, hello from London, Ontario. Good to see you, my friends. Snuff Spoon, Reno, Nevada. Melody Murray, hello from Tucson. Just got my Easy Guy Sea Island Cotton Selvedge back from the tailor, and they're a perfect fit and feel really soft. Well, nice. Good. Those are some great jeans, very, very luxurious feeling jeans. I hope that you are enjoying them. We've got Jake Schneider. Howdy, and good morning from Ventura, California. Pending new name, good to see you again. Checking in from South Texas. Excellent. Jordan writes, missed out on the Elviras. The Elviras came out today. The Elvira, mistress of the dark selvage. Big release today. There's a couple of pairs left, but not many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off actually with, if you are looking for a pair, and you're in America, because this Naked and Famous Denim, NYC.com, we only ship to America. There's a little bit here. Super Guy, Weird Guy, Easy Guy, True Guy looks like it's done, but there's a couple. So some people forget that we have two websites, and you can shop. True Guy, Gonzo, but we do have a little bit left over in this land. Over at Tate and Yoko, I know that we're very low, but there are a couple of units left here, maybe for some of the smaller guys, slimmer guys. But there is a True Guy 34. That's a key size. So anyhow, just a little public service announcement for anybody who may have missed out on the Elvira. There's still a little tiny bit left here and there. Hopefully we've got your size in stock and you can snag a pair. So there you go. Okay, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Pedro, been wearing my Stretch Island. Oh yeah, Stretch Island, Sea Island, Stretch Island selvage jacket. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. To work lately, great light jacket for the current temps here in Indiana. Right on. BD's checking in from the Niagara region. Bezat, famously, where Jim and Pam got married. Mm-hmm. The Office. Maid of the Mist. They wrote the Maid of the Mist. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been on the Maid of the Mist?
I don't know. I've been on one of those cruises. I don't know if there's one or there's many.
No, I think there's only one.
Okay, then I've been on it.
Right.
When I was a child.
I see.
I think that's when I first stepped my foot into Canada.
Oh, it's a good starting point, I have to say. We went there once on a school trip. I don't really understand what the educational value of that was.
That you have an awesome waterfall.
I mean, we didn't really learn anything about the waterfall. I know there's a power plant there, but we literally went there. We had some nice bus, went down on the Maid of the Mist, did the little.
I mean, seeing that is an educational, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you're from Ontario, within an hour of Niagara Falls, you've seen Niagara Falls before. So I have a feeling some teacher was like, I really want to go to Niagara Falls.
Oh.
let's take the kids. Whatever. I remember it, so it was nice. Brainster, hi from Seattle. Oh, but I didn't finish BD's comment. I got distracted with The Office and the Niagara region, the beautiful Niagara region. Baza and Risa, on the topic of couples clothes swapping, my wife tried my weird guy jeans, and while too long and too wide in the waist, she really liked the fit and will order a pair of weird guy someday. Yes, the weird guy works really well for anybody. You know, even if they are a little big in the waist, it's not really a big deal. A belt really solves that problem. I think especially for ladies, even jeans are generally pretty forgiving, but I think ladies in general, how they can style absolutely everything in general is a little bit more forgiving. If something's big, well, it's just oversized. It's boyfriend style.
It's boyfriend, right. Yeah, so. Definitely. And it's like, I think it works especially better when the fabric is softer and, worn in a little. But, I mean, it's just, it's not a bad choice. Women have a lot more options, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, there was a comment. The first comment today was from Mouse, and Mouse wrote, I have become an addict to Naked and Famous. First pair, dusty pink weird guy, unhemmed with big leg opening. Then MIJ 10 weird guy, Giorno easy guy, recycled, Selvedge easy guy, and now Elvira easy guy. Well, Mouse, you've got quite a collection already.
It's all under 1 month.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Well, Mouse, thank you so much for your patronage. I encourage you very strongly to wear and enjoy your jeans. Collecting is fun. You've got a good collection now. Now enjoy them. You know, every now and then it happens. You know, you get the Naked and Famous bug, or there's some new product that you like, and then you dive deep. It happens to me all the time. There's something I like, and then I just become obsessed with it. I tried avoiding watches for the longest time, and now I have a lot of watches. Not a lot of expensive watches, but generally speaking, I look at watches. My Instagram feed is practically all watches now.
Yeah, it's your hobby now.
Right. So I get it, but you can't collect them all. So sometimes you got to enjoy from afar, but do enjoy the ones that you own. Make sure that you wear them in. Especially raw denim. You want to wear those jeans in. You want to get them to fade. So, every now and then in the comments, it's always like, man, I got the bug. Like, I appreciate it. Enjoy it. And don't collect, especially with jeans, or rather jeans that you plan on wearing. If you're a younger guy, I'm going to say it. I say it all the time. You know, if you buy too many jeans that you don't wear, most guys, we grow a little bit wider. Now, every now and then, there's somebody who tells me, well, actually, I grew a little bit smaller. You know, I lost a lot of weight, and congratulations. That is wonderful. You know, if you have to buy new jeans because of that, that's great. But buying new jeans because nature just ran its course and you've got a pile of jeans that you didn't get to enjoy as much as you like, that can sometimes sting a little bit. So, be a little wary. Be a little careful when you shop for your jeans, okay?
It's also that it takes a long time to fade a pair of jeans. So it is a good idea to maybe slow down a little and start wearing them and see how you like them. Right.
And we make other stuff too for you to enjoy. Belts, shirts, things like that. So, you've got a lot of options there. Okay. Gary Rainey Jr. writes, needing that chore coat from Raised by Wolves collaboration. And Arif also commenting on the Raised by Wolves collaboration. Yes, waiting for the Raised by Wolves collab. Lucky to get a weird guy Elvira in my fit. Can't wait to see them in person. Fantastic. Now we did a little teaser on the Raised by Wolves today. Let's head over to the Instagram. So we just put the post up today. The Raised by Wolves, you guys have seen it already, but the teaser post went up and you can see the chore coat here. It's got the F off jacquard embroidery on the Selvedge ID. We've got it here on the coin pocket. Of course, you have it up the leg as well. These are going to be coming out November 3rd. Chore coat and jeans. A lot of options there for you. So that's the next one. It's like it's a lot of special editions and collabs this season.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, we don't have this much planned for next fall. Right. Or even next spring.
Well, I mean, it's like JoJo was planned way before, and then it kind of somehow ended up in this season. And yeah, I mean, this fall's action-packed. But
super action-packed.
But this next week, we don't have any release.
No, it's kind of a catch-up week for us because we have a lot of content to create going into like this last quarter of the year. So we're going to be busy on that front. So gives us a little time to reassess everything and put out. We have got a lot more videos to put out, a lot more photos. You name it, it's got to happen. It's happening. Okay. Snuff Spoon writes 90 watches. That happens. I don't have 90 watches, but yeah. Rice W5 says, I've got about 90 watches, mostly cheap, average, a few more expensive. Yeah, but the beauty of watches, I have to say, is that there's a lot in the cheap and like, you know, $200 to $300 price point that is really fantastic. You can get a lot of really, really nice watches in that realm. And then every now and then you spring for something that might be a little bit more. You know, almost everything I have has come used or secondhand. Other than the cheap stuff, you know, if you get like G-Shock or something like that, you can go to town. Also, G-Shocks in general, there's a lot of mods available for this. So if you go on, AliExpress or something, you can find all kinds of like metal cases and different, stuff to turn a cheap G-Shock into an expensive G-Shock. But yeah, watches. I caught the bug.
It's the jewelry that men loves the most, I feel.
It's true. It's our only jewelry.
No, I mean, wear rings and whatnot.
Rings, I guess. Yeah, but men don't. I mean, I'm not a necklace guy.
Yeah, some people are.
Some people are necklace guys. I'm not a necklace guy. Watches it. That's it. We've got. Look who we have, everybody. Snowy has entered the chat. Arif writes, men's fashion accessories, watches, and glasses. That's true. I do have some number of glasses that I don't wear. I never wear them. Sometimes I need to wear my eyeglasses, but lately I haven't had to use them. I do have them. I have a very small. Slight, yeah. Sometimes my eyes get tired and I need to put those glasses on, but usually I can operate without it. Pending new name writes, I have about 10 watches. I love Seiko, so that makes up most of them. Yeah, Seiko makes a lot of great value watches. So I have a few in my collection as well. I'm also a big Seiko fan. I think it's hard to not be a Seiko fan. They certainly have something for everybody. Japan is a hotbed for great eyeglasses, Arif writes. They are. And I have to say, glasses in general here are very inexpensive. It is such a competitive market, and you can get glasses for like a prescription set of glasses for like $50. Yeah. For in an hour. It is so fast. So yeah, there's a lot of like big chain stores, and they're all very aggressively priced. They all want to be the best. So all the consumer wins. There's a lot of luxury brands in that space as well, but even then I find like, you might be spending $300 on a pair of glasses rather than some of like the Western fashion brands where you're spending $1,000. Like there's a lot of glasses in that range nowadays, and like you can get some really high-end glasses here for $300, I think. Yeah. Okay. The Catman writes, oh, hey, wanted to say I always save snack time to watch with my wife. She's a trained chef, long worked in catering. Thanks for doing that segment so much. very cool to see all the different treats.
You know, Terry also said that.
Oh, yeah?
Terry's wife is always like, they watch that snack time together.
Right.
I guess denim content is not so appealing to, non-denim people, but yeah, snack time is a good time for everybody.
Well, we've got a good snack time today, I promise you. So stick around to the very end so we can enjoy some maybe slightly luxurious snack time today. Anyways, we'll see.
Are we doing the cold stuff?
Yeah, we're doing the cold stuff. Cold stuff. Which we should maybe take out of the cold.
Now?
Well, not now. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll work on it.
Okay.
We'll just remember at the 1 hour mark to maybe put it in the fridge. Okay. Grego. Any Grand Seikos? I do not have a Grand Seiko. I'm going to say yet. It's just a matter of time, I suppose. I think with all watches, it's all just kind of a matter of time. It's like, I'll get to that. It's just...
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully we're going that way and not the other way.
Yeah, but even for like Grand Seikos can go up to like, crazy prices, but they're like, you can get them for, as far as luxury watches go, like fairly reasonable, and you don't have to go on some crazy waiting list. Like, especially here, I'm sure there are some ones that you have to, but there's the Seiko stores in Ginza here and Wacko, and you can just go in and see all kinds of crazy watches ready to buy. I like that. Don, I'm not going to say that. Don C writes, caviar flavored sparkling non-alcoholic beer incoming.
Caviar flavored.
Not quite. Okay. Juan Puedo writes, I see what you did there. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Okay, Snowy's very excited to be here today, everybody. Riley O'Brien writes, I got a pair of Elephant XS Super Guy on Tuesday this week. I've been fortunate to be able to wear them all day since. Tight on the waist at first, got top button up, but it was tight. Loosened up now. Well, that's good. That's good. You're probably on just the end of that being okay for you. I would say that if things don't go up when you buy them, they're probably a little too tight.
Yeah.
If you have to really force them, then they're definitely too tight. But if you're struggling, probably on the tight side. I'm glad that they're working on now, but anyhow, be careful. Be careful. CamX writes, how about denim collars, accessories for pets, like Snowy?
Snowy does not like to wear anything.
No. Sometimes, I remember one time we put a bandana on him.
Yeah, he did not like it.
He didn't like it. Caterpie wore it.
Yeah. Even she, I don't know if she liked it. She just tolerated it.
Right, she tolerated it. He actively did not like it.
No.
You can put it on and then try to get a photo of him, and then it's off. It's over.
Yeah.
Gary Rainey Jr. writes, my favorite sunglasses in my collection are the Zephyr Jacques Marie Mange. That's a Zephyr Jacques Marie Mange times Yellowstone Forever 119 of 200 made. It sounds like it's 119 letters in that title. I've never heard of that, but I'm glad you have a pair that you enjoy a lot. Once Snowy decides he wants to move, I'll go get some glasses that I enjoy, show them off with you guys. Vance Edwards writes, I just want to say thank you for increasing the weird guy front rise, allowing the boys to breathe. Not only that, but it allows more freedom to the front pockets, saved the fit. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy some of the new updates. If you want to see a good rundown, give me the rundown, Jim. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up on YouTube. There's a great YouTube channel called Boots, Jeans, and the Odd Watch. Let's bring them up on the screen here. And Naked and Famous. He does a great breakdown of our fits. So if you want to see them kind of compared, although these are somewhat separate. He does a comparison of the weird guy kind of over time. And then he does a super guy breakdown and then easy, true, and weird guy comparison. So there's a couple of great, actually he does a lot of individual videos on them as well. So go and check them out because they're better than anything I could have made. I know like we probably should have made this video, but Jordan has done that for us. Jordan over here at Boots, Jeans, and the Odd Watch. So check them out if you want to see some very good comparisons of these fits because he is an expert. He's been wearing our jeans for a long time and has done a great rundown on the fit comparison. So definitely check that out. Cheddar Buttersworth writes, that guy is an aspirational Canadian. He is a very Canadian man, I have to say. Jordan Fox.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's on Instagram as well. Man, I hold on. I'm sure I forget the Instagram account offhand, but I'm sure I'll see it.
He's very serious, I find. Is that Canadianness?
Is he serious? I don't know. He lives the Canadian aesthetic. Nifty Thrifty. Sorry, that's it. Here he is. Let's pull him up. Let everybody see, and everyone should go and follow him because he's got great content as well. That's the wrong thing. There we go. You can see him here. Boots, jeans, watches, all the kind of good stuff that we like. So definitely you want to follow him. He's got great content, great photography.
Yeah.
And now he's got a YouTube channel where he talks about all the things that he likes, which just happens to be a lot of the things that we all like too. So more the merrier in this respect. So great perspectives and yeah, great guy. He should have more followers by now, so go and follow him when you get the chance. All right, okay. What's that? Rice W5. I mentioned this channel to Canadian gal Brit Parse watch channel. I mentioned this channel to Canadian gal Brit Parse. Well, I'm gonna have to check out Brit Parse if she's got a watch channel. Yeah, great. I'm glad that you're helping spread the word because this is primarily raw denim, but we like to discuss all the things that incorporate the things that raw denim people tend to like, which happens to be a lot of the things that I tend to like. So anyways, we can have more discussions about that. I am definitely not a watch expert, like very far from one.
It's your new hobby.
Yeah, it's definitely my newer hobby. Michael Iron Snail, the Iron Snail, he's my expert. He's my go-to guy. I have another friend, Jeremy Freed. He used to be an editor for a Canadian fashion magazine called Sharp Magazine. But he's like a freelance journalist now, and he does a lot of watch reviews for a bunch of different, whatever publications need watch advice. So he's my other go-to guy when it comes to watches. Great guy. But yeah, the watch bug, guys. If it hasn't bitten you yet, be afraid because it might get you. Be afraid. It'll get you.
The damage might be way worse than the raw denim damage.
It's true. But like anything, you can wear your watches a lot. So the value of a watch, especially a pricier watch, a lot of those watches tend to retain some kind of value. Whether they retain your spending value of it is, sometimes not questionable. But there's a lot of products you buy out there that you buy it and it's like there's no, there's nothing in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially clothes.
Yeah. Topher Cobra, denim watch bands would be a cool idea. Selvedge denim watch band. I prefer leather watch bands. Mm-hmm. Get a nice leather, some shell cordovan watch band. It's the way to go.
Yeah. Something about denim that makes things really casual.
Yeah. Right.
Except for jeans. I mean, jeans can be casual, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Mouse writes, when is the Matsuri and Raised by Wolves coming out? Maybe info near the end of the live stream. No, the Raised by Wolves is going to come out November 3rd. So not next Friday, but the Friday after. And then the Matsuri is going to be coming out for Black Friday. And now I think I talked about it last week, but let's talk about it again for those people who might have missed basically the Black Friday plan, because we're going to be celebrating Black Friday with you guys first. Now, before we get into that, hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button now. Let's get the like button up at the start of the stream, and then we'll get into all the good stuff. Because like we've done in the past, we're going to do a little bit of a secret sale. Secret, but not so secret sale for the live stream audience. I just want to do see if I can get a little color correction here. Ooh, that's too bright. That's okay. Sorry, guys. The color, we don't work in a studio, so the color is all the natural light coming in, so it might be a little distracting, but anyhow. Okay, we got the likes up, everybody. Thank you very much. We're getting there, and let's get into it. Let's get into what's happening at Tate and Yoko for Black Friday. So we're gonna go over to the website. Here we are. Now, for our Thanksgiving sale, Canadian Thanksgiving sale, which happened a couple weeks ago, what I did was I rearranged some of our sales section. So if you shop our sales section, I had some items that might have been in the 20% off collection or the 40% off collection, and some things received further markdown. So there was probably some older stuff, maybe we're sold down a little bit. Those items, now they're in 60% off land, and so on. So I did a little bit of a shuffle there, and then I added a bunch of regular price items that were slowly selling down to the sale collection. So there's a lot of new items that entered the sale world. Now, for Black Friday, what I'm going to do is anything that's in the 20% off collection or in the 40% off collection, they're going to get marked down a little bit further. So items that are currently 40% off, they're going to be 50% off. Items that are 20% off, they're going to be 30% off. Items that are 60% off are going to remain in 60% off land. There's some crazy deals here, by the way, guys. Mind you, sizing is sometimes often limited. Like if you're a slim boy, then you're good. But sometimes we got some great stuff in some very popular sizes. So check through it. It's not all 28s and 29s, but sometimes it is. These are, if you're a lady who needs smaller than 26, because these are unsamforized, these are good options for you. But anyways, so all the existing sale 20 and 40% off items are going to get marked down a little bit more. Then I'm going to have practically everything on the website. Practically everything. I'm not going to say everything, but practically everything else that is like from other brands is going to get marked down 15%. And then we're going to have basically the Black Friday collection. So what we talked about with like the Snowy Selvedge, the Matsuri Selvedge,
Dead Stock Black Selvedge.
Dead Stock Black. What else did we have in there?
We have the, what's it called? Is turmeric part of it?
Turmeric will be part of it.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's going to be a collection of jeans that we're going to introduce for the first time, right?
Copperhead.
Oh, the Copperhead Selvedge, that's right. So we showed those off last week. So there's going to be a group of products that we're going to introduce for Black Friday. We're going to start them off on sale. I'm not even going to start them off at regular price. We're going to start them off on sale for the Black Friday promotion. So a bunch of brand new items. Those will probably be 15% off to start. And so you can get them. They're basically like throwback Naked Famous Denim models. Everything has come from our fabric archive. And then we'll probably have a couple of other, items that are on sale as well. But the gist of it is, if there's something you like and you see it's on sale now, you can wait. Maybe, you can probably wait on these and get them for a little bit less money. If you're, that extra 10% doesn't really mean much to you, grab it now, and you can, secure your size. You don't have to worry about it. But most importantly, what I'm going to do is we're going to run this sale. Black Friday is November 24th, if I remember correctly. Typically on Wednesdays, which for November, that would be the 22nd. On Wednesdays, we typically do our 24-hour special. So if you're an email subscriber, you know that every Wednesday we send out kind of a weekly deal on an item that you can get at a really good price. Instead of sending out that 24-hour special email, instead of announcing that we're on sale for Black Friday, I'm just going to mark down the website to all the Black Friday prices. I will not change the product titles of anything. So, where you see sale here, when Black Friday is on, it's going to say Black Friday sale. But for the 22nd, all the Black Friday prices will be active. It will not say sale, but it will have, it will say, 30% off, 50% off. It's going to do all that stuff. Go and shop. Mm-hmm. Because before we send out that email blast, before we announce it on Instagram and all that stuff, you can beat the rush. There will be a rush. Whenever we announce that sale, there's a big rush to the website. So you guys are our core audience. You guys can shop the website on the 22nd, get all the deals, get them for yourself. And then for those people who we still love, but they don't, watch the live stream, they're not the, the super mega devotee. They can enjoy the sale like everybody else enjoys the sale, but I'm making the sale especially special for our live stream audience. Now, my lighting is really messing with me today. We need a studio. We need a studio fund. The Naked and Famous Denim Studio Fund.
I don't know. It's got its own charm.
Yeah, that's
natural light.
That's true. Okay. Mateo Donnie writes, are there any plans to add a filter by size on the Tate and Yoko sale section or in general? There are no plans to do that.
No, it is a little more complicated than you would think. But we do publish the sizes that we have as when you're just
browsing,
watching the product. So you can Control F and type in your size, and it highlights it for you. So it's easier to go through them.
Yeah. So if that's what you're looking for, so if we're looking for 33s. You can browse through the website, I suppose, that way. I know it's not as maybe sophisticated as having some kind of drop down, but I think this works pretty well. Yeah.
It just gets really annoying when we set up the filter.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to do an overhaul of the website. There's so many things that are just...
I just feel like the website works quite well right now, just with all of we have a lot of systems in place, and... Yeah.
It's hard to just...
Right. So, yeah. The other thing that you can do, of course, is you can browse by fit. So if you're looking for jeans, there's a couple of different things that you can look for. But if you're looking for, Weird Guy, for example, here, it pulls up all the Weird Guys. If you want to organize by price, there you go. So you can do things like that as well. And then you can just Control F to filter by size if that helps you out. But a lot of great options here right now. Some things are a little bit, scarce, but other things you've got options. So shop the sale while you can. Black Friday, Boxing Day, these are our biggest days of the year. We're certainly going to see a lot of... whoa, what's going on there? That might be better for now. Color's going to change a lot during the stream, I'm telling you guys. It's okay. It's how we live. Okay, Milad writes, do you guys plan on doing a black Kikko/Sashiko type denim? Much like Vincent, I enjoy black denim more than indigo. To that, I'm going to say my lips are sealed. And that indicates a secret.
That indicates a secret.
So.
Can't say no more.
I didn't say anything. All right. Ryu Saitama, what about Wonder Looper? Any Black Friday sale?
Maybe.
It's one of those again. So.
I would imagine it's not going to be on sale on Tate Nyoko. I wonder. We just got them.
Yeah.
On Tate Nyoko.
Anyhow, stay tuned. Juan Puedo, do you know the prices set yet for the Black Friday collection? Not yet, but we'll probably publish those product pages soon. Some of those items still need to be photographed, so it's just a matter of getting those product pages set up. I know next week we'll probably do a lot of photography. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be shot still for the website, so there will be a lot of updates on the website between now and Black Friday. And then leading into spring, summer 2024, man.
Sounds like a future.
Jesus.
It is the future.
It is the future. Yeah, spring, summer 24 is coming soon. So we'll have to have all those product pages ready. Blog posts, videos. It's a whole thing, guys. The whole production. Yeah. I think our releases for the year are going to go up until December. I think I had it on my roadmap that I was planning out. Up until December 15th or 22nd. I think the 15th will be the last release of the year. And then we'll get into like Christmas sale territory. And then start of the year, we'll start off with the Chinese New Year, Year of the Dragon. So that'll be the first release of 2023. 2024. See, I don't even know the years anymore. They're all just. Yeah. Pedro writes, Vincent is a savage for saying that Filet-o-Fish from McD's is great. I don't think I've ever had a Filet-o-Fish.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to get Filet-o-Fish as a kid because I could not stand hamburger from McDonald's. It had, I think maybe because it was, I don't know. They didn't, like, I didn't know that you can take out pickles.
I see.
I didn't know you can take out ketchup. Like, I did not like those things in my burgers. Now I do, but.
Right. Interesting.
So I always ordered Filet-o-Fish because
Right.
I knew it came with just fish.
Yeah.
Cheese? Some kind of sauce.
Tartar sauce? Yeah.
It's not bad.
I wouldn't know.
Fish.
I wouldn't know. I pretty much always get chicken nuggets. That's
chicken nuggets is a safe.
That's
safe
the way to
thing.
go. There is a burger here in Japan they have called Samurai Mac, which
It's very good.
is very good.
Well, they have like different flavors. I didn't try them all, but the one that they always have is like a roasted soy sauce kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's very
It's
good.
very good. Yeah. Come to Japan, enjoy the Samurai Mac. Forget all the other Japanese food.
Or shrimp burger.
There's a shrimp burger. And that's true. Yeah, Vincent with the hot takes. I'm glad that people are enjoying that.
Yeah, it's brave.
Yeah.
People do, like, I feel like in North America, people really do hate Filet-o-Fish.
Do they?
I think they don't have any respect for it.
I see. Interesting.
But you guys like fish sticks. It's basically a fish sticks.
It's a fish stick sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. There aren't fish sticks in Japan, huh? I've never seen one. They're like, why would we do that to fish? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Guys, lighting, I'm telling you. Okay, any collaborations happening in 2024? Million Blades writes. I'm surprised because in the Elvira video, and I mean, I've actually already announced like next Halloween's collaboration, but in the Elvira video, I teased next year's collaboration.
It was hard to see, I think.
Definitely hard to see, but it was there. It was in the video, and nobody saw it, which I'm a little surprised by. I'm still adjusting the lighting.
Can you? Oh, I got a subscriber.
Addy Color 04, new subscriber to the channel. Welcome to the family, my friend.
Can we just do auto exposure? Is that not gonna work?
We'll do it. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Chris Karras writes, Michael at the Iron Snail has the Prologue release and black version coming soon, of course, in partnership with Naked and Famous. This is very true. If you guys are fans of the Iron Snail, which of course you guys should be, he has the restock of his Prologue jacket and a black version coming out. So you definitely want to follow him on his Instagram, follow him on YouTube, of course, and you will learn more about it there. He's a great storyteller, and I'm not sure what his exact plans are with the release, but I know it's coming soon. Shlummy writes, the Halloween DVDs on the table.
Oh, you got it.
Good eye.
Good eye.
To be perfectly fair, they were all Blu-rays, but yes. Halloween. That is next year's collab. We're working on it now. Yeah, that's all I can say. We're gearing up for it. I think it's going to be a big one, a good one, a gooder. And I was talking to our friend Andy Belanger. He did the artwork for the Elvira patch. He did the artwork for the La Belle Provence jeans, the Montreal exclusive denim as well, and he's ready to go for Halloween. Yeah, so he's a big horror fan, comic book artist, professional wrestler. We were talking the other day, and anyways, I'm trying to get him to come out to Japan. Maybe it'd be great to see him do a tour out here, do some matches. It'd be a lot of fun. He wants to. He really wants to. So anyways.
I'm sure there's maybe not the Shin Nihon, but like they'll probably have smaller things.
Yeah, maybe.
That would invite him.
Yeah. Anyhow,
it's pretty good.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see some Montreal representation in the house here in Japan. So we'll be there cheering for him when the day comes. Okay. Mouse writes, let me take a guess and say Chucky Selvedge next year.
No.
You heard it here first.
No. I do not allow that.
Yeah. I am trying to get Leatherface. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Haven't heard back from them yet, but I'd like to do that.
That would be a logical next step.
Yeah. That one. I would like to do 90s X-Men. Mm-hmm. You know, like we did the Street Fighter, JoJo's. I think we need to do. I really want 90s X-Men, like more than almost anything. 90s.
That's such a good base. Like,
there's so much there to work with.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can make that one happen, and we can have just an awesome collection there. You know, is it a hot take? I don't know. Somebody the other day, and every time, it's not just whenever we do a collaboration, but every time we do. Okay, well, every time we do a collaboration, there's always somebody. I'm not singling this one person who left a comment out because I've seen this comment multiple times over the years. There's always somebody who is like, "Who wants this? This is stupid." Like they're really angry. I don't know how actually angry they are, but they're internet angry about the fact that we're making some cartoon jeans or kitty jeans or whatever, and they're always like, "Who wants this stuff?" And I'm like, a lot of people want this stuff. I mean, enough that we do it.
I mean, we're obviously not like Uniqlo, but we don't make stuff if it's only gonna sell to a handful of people.
Right. So, but beyond that, it's kind of like this judgment call, at least this is my interpretation of it, of the fan base of these products. I don't know, maybe you've got some, I don't know. It feels like they're making fun of this, who wants this crap? And I'm like, it's not crap. And who wants it is a lot of people, and it may not be you. And then I also feel like it's like another. It's like whenever we do stretch denim, like they feel offended that we're, ruining the integrity of the purity of raw denim.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we make all that stuff, right? You know that practically everything we make is that stuff, and then we make some stuff that's out there. Mm-hmm. And so, like, while you're angry at this stuff, it's like, just don't buy it. You don't have to like everything we make, right? But it's like, whenever we do make something that is outside of their whatever their expectation is of what they want in a raw denim jean, they feel very personally attacked. I don't know if that's how they actually feel, but I feel that that's how they feel. They feel like they're being attacked. Like, this isn't raw denim. This needs to be raw denim. And I'm like, yeah, but we have it. We've got it. We've got so much of that.
Got another subscriber, Bill. Welcome.
Bill, Quiram, welcome to the family.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things where, I don't know. I think people, especially like
another one.
Comments. Ooh.
The blanks, welcome.
Welcome.
To the family.
It's
the subscriber stream.
Yeah. I feel like people just, especially on Instagram or, YouTube comment section, they just have to say something. It's just like, they can't just let it pass by, which is what most people do. If you don't like something, you just, okay, move on. Like, you don't need to comment on each and every one.
To be fair, we ask people to comment, right? So I'm okay with criticism, right? Yeah. I'm okay with it.
No, but it's not that like, it's like it's not a criticism just to express your point of view. It's more to offend some people, I feel.
Sometimes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like it's more of an attack than anything else. But look, luckily we don't have a lot of that we really don't. It's very small. And I respond to these people. Like, sometimes it's like, don't feed the trolls. Sometimes I feel like there might be comments that are just, so out of line that they're not really worth responding to. And I can't respond to everything. But sometimes it's like, come on, like, let's be fair here. Like, this isn't ruining the world of raw denim in any way. And if you think they're silly, that's fine. We've got stuff that's for you, and we've got stuff that isn't for you. But I feel like that's everything. That's everything in the world. Like, whether you like watches or whatever, there's going to be some watch from the company that you don't like, some boots from some boot company that you don't like, and it doesn't ruin the entire thing. But I don't know, people who are in other fandoms, like, do you feel like that like this kind of sentiment exists in those realms? Because I tend not to see it. Somebody maybe in the watch world, some people are like, it's not for me.
Right. Not for me is a valid opinion. Yeah. Like expression of how you feel. It's like, who wants it is like I think insult to people who would want it. Right.
Yeah, it feels like belittling. It's like, I can see who would like that, but it's not for me. I prefer traditional things. Got it. But like, wow, this is the dumbest thing in the world. Who could ever possibly want this? It's like, mean, come on. Obviously, there are people who want it. And the fact that these products sell out so fast, like, would that just not indicate to you that there is and that we have a live stream audience, and like on Instagram you have all these people like showing their packages and unboxings and like, enjoying these items. You think that nobody is buying this stuff? And I don't think these are silly products. They're fun products. They're interesting products. They're different, right? If raw denim was just one thing, it would be so boring. Yeah. It'd be unbelievable, and especially if it was one thing from like the amount of raw denim brands that exist, and we're all trying to like chase this pure idea of what raw denim is. It'd be the most boring thing in the world. I'm glad that we do weird and different and outrageous things in addition to the classic things, and sometimes we take classic things and twist it a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. If there's modern innovations. Yeah. If there's modern vintage innovations, like a lot of people don't realize, like all this slubby and heavyweight stuff, that's the modern stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's just like if why in one breath you can say that, oh, this is not authentic and I don't accept non-authentic, raw denim. But on the other hand, you can say like, oh, this like super slubby double heavyweight,
25-ounce jeans.
Yeah, it's like. It's like, yeah, but that's also not equally not,
equally
authentic.
Not traditional and authentic is the super heavyweight 20-ounce, super slub denim versus the red weft denim.
Yeah. And I'm not, like, obviously we do all of that, but it's just like, it doesn't make it, and your logic doesn't make any sense if that's what you're saying.
Very true. I never made that type of connection, but... Yeah, nobody ever complains that, oh, these are so slubby. Like, what? This is ridiculous. Jeans were never that slubby. That's not authentic.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's usually the opposite. They look at that and they're like, wow, that's so vintage. And I'm like,
no.
It imitates vintage. Right?
The idea of slub came from the fact that we couldn't spin yarns that are uniform back then. Not because we thought that slubby things were so cool back then.
But even back then, they weren't as slubby, right? It was all...
Of course, because that was like it was intended to be a regular, clean, straight yarn. They just couldn't
have the technology to spin the yarn that uniformly.
Yeah.
And even the... ununiform, I don't know if that's a word, ness of the yarn back then, it wasn't to the extreme of the slub yarn that we have now. Not even in the same league. Like you're looking at it with a magnifying glass and being like, oh yeah, it's not consistent. Yeah. Whereas nowadays, like the slub yarns are like from a mile away. You're like, oh yeah, that's inconsistent. So there you have it. It's kind of interesting that perspective. I can see that our good friend Carl Morawski is in the house. He's in the chat. Everybody, say hello to Carl. I love to see you here, my friend. Good to see you. Carl had a good conversation with his friend Albert. I'm sure many people have current. I think it's current state of fade.
Oh,
is that? You know what?
There's like...
Am I wrong? No. I'm wrong about that. Sorry. I'm getting a lot of people confused. Because I see everyone's face.
Yeah.
But
and the name on YouTube and name on Instagram are different.
Right. So, Upstate Style Guy, that's it. Sorry, I got that one confused. So, Upstate Style Guy, he's a great guy. I've chatted with him a couple times. I know he came and visited our store in Montreal. But if you're in the raw denim Instagram world, then you've definitely seen Albert here. Very, very friendly guy. Great style. And, I would say a very diplomatic person in terms of, I don't think he tries everything, right? And he gives everything a shot. I like the way he approaches raw denim and style in general. But he had a great conversation with Carl. They had they were just kind of talking about authenticity. They were talking about like workwear, and I guess there's a feeling of appropriation of these types of, there's a lot of people wearing, young and hip people wearing Carhartt.
Oh, right.
And I guess there's some kind of animosity between maybe, and I wonder if it's real. Like, do they actually? I'm sure there's some vocal people online, but like, does the general guy, like the general blue collar, construction worker type guy, care or even know?
I think they don't care about what other fashion kids are wearing.
Right.
They probably don't even if they know, they probably don't care if they're wearing Carhartt.
Right.
I mean, Carhartt is also a big company, know. It's like they can have, catering to like real, work with hands kind of people as well as fashion kids.
Right.
Like it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was I guess the argument was like, we wear this for real, And then there are people who are wearing like used and old Carhartt or maybe like fading out their Carhartt to like look like they're blue collar, but they're not really blue collar. So it's kind of like blue collar chic. But I feel like blue collar chic has been around for a long... Yeah, jeans.
Like we all work in the office and still wear jeans.
Right.
Like that's, I guess, like if you go back in time, that's blue collar work. You don't work in mines. Why are you wearing jeans?
Right.
But it's, like things evolve.
Things evolve, yeah.
And you don't own any of them. You don't own Carhartt. If Carhartt is fine with selling it to, different type of people, then you should be fine with it too. Yeah,
I'm generally not offended by that kind of stuff. Like, it's like when I see, I don't own my generation doesn't own Y2K fashion, right?
Certainly not.
Right.
God.
So I like it doesn't offend me when I see.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Any of
right.
Those.
I when I see young people now dressed like that, I'm like, I like it. I think it's cool. I'm like they're paying homage to my generation, which I have to say, young people, by the way, if you're young, if you're like 20 to 24 years old and you're working in an office, wherever you're working, and your boss is like, or whoever the people over you are in my age bracket, 35, 45, 50 years old, just tell them you like all the kinds of stuff that they like. I'm telling you, it's gonna take you miles. Just be like, oh yeah, Wu-Tang was the best. Just, you don't even have to believe anything. Just talk about how, like, Forrest Gump was a great movie and, like, everything from their generation was so much better than the current stuff. I'm telling you, it's going to get you everywhere. They're just going to be like, that kid gets it. He understands. They know what's up.
Yeah, but people also can tell,
You can't be like, what's his name on The Office?
Mm-hmm. Charles.
Not Charles. I'm talking about... the last season, Plop, and you know how they were just applauding Andy with everything? Yeah. You can't go that far, but I'm telling you, flattery gets you everywhere, and people of my age are, what can I say? We're narcissistic, and if you just keep telling us how great we are and our generation was, the promotions are going to rain down on you.
I think it works on every generation. People always have good old days mentality. It's like, everybody has that. I do think, though, like, our generation is becoming to that point now. So maybe they're most passionate about good old days than, people who've had this, good old days are the best.
Yeah.
Like, mentality for decades now.
Right. Nicholas Vilpu, back in the 90s, we called people posers if they wore skater brands and didn't skate. We called people posers, it's true. If you like what you wore was, maybe that's why, here maybe we're making connections here. In the 90s, if you wore, what you wore represented what you were to a lot. If you were a skater, you dressed like a skater. If you liked hardcore music, you dressed like it. If you liked rap, you dressed like it. I would say that music very much determined how you were dressing and how you were looking. If you were a raver kid, you were a raver kid. And so that was the kind of music you listened to. That's how you dressed. And if somebody was dressing outside of their box, you would call them a poser. And like people, like, I feel that really stopped people from breaking out of maybe quote unquote being true to themselves, and then things started, I would say in the last 10 or 15 years, that mentality really went out the window, right? You could dress however way you want. Like, I remember, like, when the hipster thing started coming around, people were wearing like band tees, and especially now I see a lot of young people wearing band tees from like the 90s, and I'm like, they have no idea what band that is. They just like the graphic, or they like that it's vintage, right? That's the appeal to them.
Or even worse, they have like brand new vintage looking T-shirts from a band that you never even heard of.
Right.
So it's funny, but it is like,
I don't care anymore, right?
Yeah.
To me, it feels like that outfit is more of a homage than it is like like it's saying to me that I like vintage things rather than I'm, actually a Deftones fan or I'm actually a Metallica fan. Like, I don't know what Metallica... I know what Metallica is, but, like, that young person wearing it might not listen to it, might not even know, might not care. They just like that it's a 90s, 80s metal rock T-shirt. Mm-hmm. They like that. Yeah. They like the old aesthetic of it. And, like, that is what that means now versus what that outfit would have meant to us. And so...
I mean, the fashion became way more, like, aesthetic-based, like, superficial, like... compared to before. I do think that it's all about what kind of prints you have, what kind of logos you have on your things, rather than but like what each brand represents for sure.
So I'm thinking, here's where I'm making some connections. I'm thinking maybe those older heads who are like the real blue collar, the real guys who are working in their Carhartts, they're probably of our age. Right? A little bit older, and they remember the poser mentality. They remember, well, if you, and maybe because they're not as in tune with fashion, right? That mentality stuck with them. So what you wore meant something, whereas nowadays, what you wear really doesn't mean anything, right? You can look like a goth and not be a goth. I like the aesthetic. On Monday, I'm a goth, and the next day, I'm a Barbie girl. Nobody is going to judge you for that. Nobody's going to be like, well, look at this poser, right? You're just like, oh, you're fashionable, so you're going to try all the different fashions. It doesn't matter. So I'm thinking that's where that mentality might come from.
It's a similar, mindset.
Right. Yeah. It's trash.
It's silly.
Man, Barbie collab when? Probably never. To be fair, they approached us a long time ago. They did. And we were like, we're not really sure about that one. Now, I don't think that would have worked out for us, despite that being... I haven't seen the movie, but apparently I'm not being stupid, of course, everyone knows. There was a big, very, very famous Barbie movie that came out in the summer. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that would have been like a good tie-in for us. I'm thinking not. But it was so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested to watch it. Like, it seems like a fun, it's kind of like a light-hearted, fun movie to watch. But, I mean, I don't think it would have been great. Like, it was all bright colors and pink and all that. Like, it's fine. Like, I like the extreme aesthetics that they, it's like you look at something from that movie and it's like instantly recognizable, which I really like, but it's not really for us.
Yeah, I was like,
have been right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure there was a lot of fans out there who maybe became fans without expecting it. I just don't know. It's not. I haven't seen. Let me put it to you this way: I haven't seen any of the G.I. Joe movies, and I grew up with G.I. Joes. I just don't know where watching the Barbie movie is on my list of like.
But the Barbie movie is, it's kind of like in my head. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland, kind of things. It's just like, okay, this is the toy or like very fake thing that you grew up with, or animation or whatever, and then like now they put that into like real life. As far as I understand, I'm not too sure about it, but like they're not just like fantasy. Like they, I guess the movie was about Barbie is a real human and comes to like face human problems.
I have no idea.
I think that's why it was very popular. Like that, it wasn't just about like Barbie prancing around being like whatever profession that she wants to be. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about like she has to face the reality. She's. I don't. Is
it Barbie like in real life, or is it Barbie just real life actors but in the Barbie world? Like, is it like Barbie's in New York?
Maybe I don't know. I remember a trailer where like she, because she's a Barbie, she had always had like a high heel foot, and then she wakes up and she has a flat foot, and so she's no longer a doll. I think she becomes a human, and then she has to deal with human things. I think that was the whole movie. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm sure somebody's watched
Barbie lives a life of plastic, and she thinks it's fantastic. I agree. Yeah, you know what I think is also interesting? How, just in general, I feel like for as long as I grew up, when I was a kid, my sister played with Barbies and things like that. It was normal. I don't think a lot of little girls did. But, like, there was, like, this big movement, I would say that was, like, very anti-Barbie for a long time. Just, like, full on, like, this is not great. We need other dolls and yada yada. And then in one swoosh with that movie, it just wiped out any kind of negativity involved in, like, the concept of Barbie. And just absolutely everyone was like, forget that. We're way back on this train more than ever.
I think, again, it's my limited understanding of it, but I think it was because the hate for Barbie was because of, like a certain feminism point of view, right? Like you have to be this perfect, human being with, insane proportions and stuff like that. Whereas like the movie, I think, faced that, reality of, being the actual human woman, and I think that's why this became like they turned the narrative around.
I was just always impressed with how many professions she had.
Yes, she's very smart,
and
hardworking.
She had a Barbie Ferrari. She has her dream house. She has every career possible. I'm like, all at the same time. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought that it was a bad role model. Like, the idea of Barbie was the good role model. Whatever you want to be, she's there too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm all about it. It's the Barbie rebrand on the same level as Hugo Boss.
Is Hugo Boss
or
cool now?
Or Abercrombie. Are those...
Is Hugo Boss coming back?
I don't know. I'm not aware. I sometimes I look into like Abercrombie used to be like the history of Abercrombie is actually pretty interesting because they used to be more of like a sporting good, outdoor good, like LL Bean kind of, company. And I find that a lot of like their vintage stuff is actually kind of interesting to look at. But yeah, if I were to run that company, I would go deep into that. I would go deep into the heritage, and I would make it a little bit more preppy.
Yeah.
It
does have the same or similar DNA as Ralph Lauren or something like that. It's very American, old school American, but I think that the idea that they we all have now of Abercrombie is because of them. They push that. Yeah. It's not because of people turning the brand into something that they didn't want to be. So I don't know.
Right. Nicholas Vilpu, Barbie gives unrealistic body expectations. He-Man enters the chat. He-Man was amazing. A 70-inch chest and like a 28-inch waist.
Yeah, it's all cartoons.
Yeah, it's all cartoons. You
don't have to take it seriously.
That's it. He-Man. That was another collab option we had for a second, but I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do with that one. Sometimes I feel with He-Man, there's the nostalgia for He-Man isn't as powerful as maybe some other properties, right? It just, there's always these reboots of He-Man. There's just always, in my life, there's always these new He-Mans, and they're never, they never really go very far, I feel. I'm let me put it to you this way. I've never felt compelled to watch any of it. The original He-Man I watched when I was a kid, I really have never looked... back on it since then. I mean, I have a handful of toys, and I feel I like the aesthetic of the toys, but as far as anything else, I've never been such a huge He-Man fan, and I've never really met anybody who, other than like really hardcore, like, you know, I would say people who are really dedicated to like He-Man fandom and you know, comic books in that world. I don't find it like, you know, Barbie, Ninja Turtles, Street Fighter, like these are kinds of things that I find a more broader appeal. Even though you grew up with it, you know, there are people who are have very strong feelings towards Ninja Turtles, right? Whereas He-Man, I feel it just kind of loses it has lost its steam. I
don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, obviously, the idea of like this powerful guy who, you know, fights for what's right and all that stuff, obviously, I think it resonates with a lot of people. But
yeah,
I don't know.
That's true. Like, you know, when I was a kid, like I used to like go to this like American little knick-knack stores and stuff like that. So like I didn't know Ninja Turtles, but I've seen Ninja Turtles. The same thing with Teletubbies and stuff like that. Like it wasn't on TV, but we all knew it. And I don't think there was any He-Man stuff.
No.
It was
very, very little.
Yeah.
Even when we go to the retro toy stores here, there's very little. There's a lot more Ninja Turtle stuff. I would say even like things like Street Sharks. Anything that's like kind of mutated out of the Ninja Turtle realm, you know, of like Toxic Crusaders or you know, Street Sharks, any of these weird toys that are, like look really cool. Like that even has a lot more appeal in toy collector land here in Japan than I think even the He-Man stuff does. Anyways, Thundercats, again, it's another one of those things. Jordan writes Thundercats Club. Like, I feel like the nostalgia for Thundercats really ends for the general audience at like the theme song. Like, it's a great theme song, great animation in the theme song, but like, has there ever been a Thundercats reboot that's been, you know, captivating? I don't think so. I mean, I think I have like nostalgic eyes for it, but I'm not like a huge Thundercats fan. Yeah, I don't know. Ninja Turtles all day, every day. I could consume Ninja Turtles content. Ninja Turtles is I feel like out of that era, like Ninja Turtles clearly won. Ninja Turtles and Transformers. Like Transformers would be another collaboration where we could definitely do something with it. It would have great leather patches, great artwork, great colors that we could play with, themes that we could play with.
We need to have like a pocket flasher that turns into
like an origami pocket flasher or something like that. But Philip, Captain Planet is similar, right? Like they're
never
like,
even heard of it.
Right. There was a Rick and Morty episode where they kind of they kind of made fun of it. But Captain Planet's another one of those things where it's like it was great for its time, but I don't feel like the fandom has ever really, you know, continued on that strong. I'm sure I'm not using the right words here, but Ninja Turtles, Transformers, those guys definitely won out of like the 80s, 90s like cartoons that'll like really live forever. They'll live forever. Sage writes, what would a Ninja Turtles collab look like? I mean, obviously, we've got the 4 turtles. So, we're looking at, either red-casted, a Raphael red-cast, I don't know, kind of a gritty, slubby denim. He's a kind of every time you got a funny character, there's always stretch. So, Michelangelo probably be some kind of stretch option. Maybe with some kind of orange weft. I think that would be kind of cool. You know, it would be interesting if we did them all. I think the easy play is to make them all colored wefts, like based on their colors. But there might be other ways to do that. Like
colored weft, and like the fabric base is very different. Maybe
based on their personalities. Leonardo might be a very classic looking denim, but maybe to do something different than a colored weft, you do a blue core, right?
My problem with Ninja Turtles
is
that like I can never. They all have the same face, don't they?
Kind of, yes and no.
Like, you only recognize it from the color.
Yeah.
They should have different faces.
They should have different faces. If you really want to get confused, the original comic books were in black and white. And... yeah. Yeah, TMNT pen... Right. Yeah, the waist button would be a little pizza. Or like the shell. Like the shell logo. But pizza would probably be the better. Anyways, either way. But see, with Ninja Turtles, there's so much that you can do. So obviously you get the core 4 turtles, and then you do Shredder, and the secret character will be Super Shredder. I'll just tell you right now, it's going to be Super Shredder. Or
what about that
Krang?
Mouse?
Oh, Splinter? Splinter would be interesting. I feel like if you did Splinter, he would be, sorry to say it out loud, but I don't think he would be the best seller, right? You want the Turtles. You want Shredder.
Okay.
Secret character. Like, I don't want to get into, like, the Neutrinos and, like, some of, like, the really, like, out there characters that, like, if you're not, like, a real mega fan, you might not even remember these characters, you know, but, or you do the secret characters Vanilla Ice. And you do, like,
Go Ninja.
That's it. Pedro, rap battles of historic TMNT episodes everyone should see. That one. Epic rap battles of history, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everyone should see that one if they haven't already. Or I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. I'd buy Cheddar Buttersworth. I'd buy Splinter. Right. Gary Rainey Jr. Splinter would have to be a gnarly fox fiber denim, brown and neppy. Yeah. Arif writes Casey Jones with Ice Selvedge. Krang denim. Yeah, Krang would definitely be an option. Krang would be some like super heavyweight option. Krang was...
the big guy?
Yeah, the big guy with the brain in his stomach. Well, the brain is Krang, and then like that's his robot suit. Yeah. What would Vanilla Ice denim be like, Topher Cobra? I don't know. We'd have to figure it out. I'd have to talk to the Iceman himself and figure it out. I don't know if you guys know, but one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies is Cooler Than Ice, starring Vanilla Ice. I have to say that the most interesting part of that movie to me is like how cinematic. Like, obviously, the people who shot that movie were very talented, right? Like, there are just these scenes that look like it's like, you know, like a Calvin Klein commercial or something like that.
Or like a music videos. Yeah. That's the vibe I got. Like, they must have worked with the music video people that Vanilla Ice may have worked with, and then they didn't know how to shoot movies or how to make movies. Maybe
it's just like the premise is silly. It's funny, and I don't mind it as like, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not Forrest Gump, but it is a fun movie to watch. Like, people, like, I don't know, people can rag on it for whatever reasons, but I find it to be just a classic 80s cheese movie that's a great time. A great time. Cooler Than Ice. I have it on Blu-ray. You should go watch it. But yeah, there's a lot of options there in Ninja Turtles land. That's for sure. Right. Mouse writes, thoughts on a Neon Genesis collab. If we're gonna do another anime, I would consider Neon Genesis. I have the Blu-rays. I enjoy it. I grew up with it a lot. I watched that a lot when I was a kid. I would say that like in high school, that was my favorite anime.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of it. I thought it was a game console.
No. You know what it is. No?
Neon Genesis?
Yeah.
No.
Evangelion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you call it Evangelion?
Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's the title.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that in Japanese.
They just call it Evangelion? I'm sure they call it Neon Genesis.
Something Warrior Evangelion.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. Well, anyways, that would be a good collaboration also. Yes, I would consider that down the line.
Yeah, that has some very iconic like
colorways,
colorways and like aesthetics that they may work.
Yeah, if we're gonna do, I would say that's definitely on like my list of ones that I want to do. Maybe it'll happen someday. I haven't spoken to anybody from them before. I haven't approached them, but they seem to be like, I see all kinds of Evangelion products out there, especially in Japan. Like Pokemon is probably number one for licensed things. Like there's Pokemon everything here. Like they just put it on stuff. Like
Pokemon, Disney, there's everything of that. Snoopy.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Like chocolate bar, like candy, just everything. And it's like, like a regular brand, and then they have just like a Pokemon branded package. Like, so there's a lot of that, but there's a lot of Evangelion stuff. Yeah. Just all the time.
Evangelion stuff is for adults.
Yeah. It's because it's our generation that grew up with it.
I think the kids nowadays, they don't really know.
But yeah, Gary Rayner Jr., X-Men 97, right? It would be 90s X-Men for sure. That's where I would place that. So for me, in like my hierarchy of like the ones I want to do next would be like X-Men, Godzilla, or Godzilla X-Men. It's kind of in that they're there. Evangelion's on that list. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Alien, Predator. So. And Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Pokemon would be on there.
It just seems like it's so...
Yes. It would be the biggest collaboration of all time of all 151 original Pokemon genes.
I don't think so, but even if you limit it to, certain amount, it's still going to be so much to work with.
You know how you make that collaboration crazy? Maybe you do a handful of genes, or maybe you do like a generic, not on a specific character. I don't know, but and then we do 151 different buttons, and each one is random. So you do not know what you're gonna get, and like
a real Pokemon.
Yeah. Or the kind of feels like the trading cards and stuff like that.
I think Leather Patch is a little bit
maybe
better because buttons, the minimums are very high.
Right. Yeah, Leather Patch could be it too, right? So something like that but the problem is I would want to create if you had a gene that was based kind of thematically on a Pikachu, then it would be odd if the Leather Patch didn't match.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways,
it has to be that boy, the
Ash,
the red cap boy.
Yeah, Ash.
But then I don't know what that gene is.
Yeah, right. I feel like the gene would have to be. Anyways, it would be.
Well, I mean, aside from these transformable genes. And you have Pikachu, and you have, whatever, Mew or whatever.
Or you do it based on, the Pokemon types. So, you have water type, electric type, ghost type, whatever. So you have a handful of types, and then the patch would be random, but of the type of Pokemon that it is.
So all the Pokemon that is in the same type look the same, they're similar?
Well, they don't look similar, but they might have similar properties. So based on those properties, you can design the fabric, right?
Yeah.
And then the Leather Patch would be reflective of the type. But sometimes you have different Pokemon, Pokemons that are two types. So you just have to decide which one that you'd have to organize in such a way. But yeah. Gary Rayner Jr., that's what I'm saying. For the theme and patches, maybe group by types. Well, there you go. Yeah. So, anyhow, Pedro writes, the Naked Famous website is going to crash if Pokemon collab ever happens. Probably.
I mean, I'm noticing that, even Elvira, which, it's Elvira, JoJo, the last couple of releases we had some overselling.
You know what? I'm going to take out our snack time.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, so I mean, there is something to be worked on. Our website is not really set up. Like the first time we ever did a collaboration, the first launch of the Street Fighter collaboration, we broke the internet. Our site went down because we weren't ready for it. And from there, like, we came a long way, but it's just, like, recently these small, like, not smaller, but it's, like, you know, things that we didn't really expect to break the website. Like, they didn't break the website, but they had some issues with inventory. So, I don't know.
Right.
I'm a little afraid of
mega ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon. We'll have to see. It could also bring in automated bots to check out. We're not that big.
No. There isn't like a professional.
You know, like the bot stuff, I just don't see, like, sometimes I see like brands that I like that make limited edition products. Like there's some movie poster companies that I shop with, and like there was a Analog Pocket. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know. There's this company that makes like these retro consoles, like modern retro consoles. A company called Analog Pocket. And I saw every time they release something, it always sells out fast. Mm-hmm. And you know, I always see in the comments bots, and I'm like, I don't think it was bots.
Yeah.
Like I've never not been able to get an analog product. We've always got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so long as I was on the website, had the release time, had the page loaded, had my credit card information ready to go.
Right.
And it's always worked.
I think the bots are like a little bit of a
like Nike maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Those things like were ruined by bots for sure because there's so much more market. But like these smaller things, it might just be that it's very popular and a lot of people are paying attention. Then bots. And like obviously, like you see sometimes like they sell something right after, you know. And it's just kind of like even though they're real people, they're not bots, but their intention was to resell, and that's very annoying too.
Right? Yeah, that's definitely annoying. But the bots, I don't know. I feel like on a brand of our level,
I
don't
not
really
think
in it. It's not
bots attack
because there's no even like with the poster companies that I like and like Analog, like there is a resell market there, but I don't know. Some of these things, there's a limit to how much you can buy. So I don't know. I just feel like it's not really. Sometimes it has that much demand. So Pedro writes 15th anniversary Gene. How do both of you feel about that one selling out? The Raised by Wolves one, I think that will sell pretty. I don't have to double check what the numbers are on that, but it's a small production because it's just for Tate and Yoko and for Raised by Wolves. So it wasn't like a general release. It might be 300-ish pairs, something like that.
But our like Naked Famous 15-year anniversary, it's not that limited. It's limited to like not like it wasn't like a available for everybody like for booking and stuff like that.
There are some retail partners that will have it.
We have a few retailers that's gonna have it. We're gonna have it. There's just I don't know. Maybe certain like fits sizes, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere else if you can find it in
if you're there day one at the time. Our website, Blue Owl's gonna have it. Cultism's gonna have it. So we'll have a list of all the retailers that are gonna have it. You're gonna be able to get it. I think if you want it, you're gonna be able to get it. The posters are gonna be only at Tate and Yoko.
And Erostika would have it.
And Erostika in Japan. Yeah. Now there's between the two, I think we're doing like 350 posters, something like that. It's like 150 and 100. I think that's the breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's two colorways. One's got 150, one's got 100, and
don't remember. Yeah, I do not
I-
remember.
I-
but it's a couple hundred. Yeah,
Yeah.
200-300 range. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a typical like rock and jelly bean run of a poster. You know, his audience is they sell out posters pretty quick, but Tachi and Yoko audience doesn't buy posters, so because we don't really sell posters.
Yeah,
But-
I'm interested
yeah.
to see how it
Yeah,
goes.
we'll see. It'll be our first time doing anything like that.
But I think it's also such a good thing to sell, like, because, you know, some people have too many jeans, and it's like, what am I gonna do with these jeans? But like, if you want to, like, if you like that, like, you know, the art and also the idea of
Let me go get the poster.
yeah, I should show it off. Yeah, it's something nice to have. You don't necessarily have to put it on the wall, but it doesn't take up that much space, and it is a very high quality print, and it might be nice to have a poster like that in your home. If I don't know, every time we have Beza has a ton of Rock and Jelly Bean posters, and we don't have it on the walls, but we kind of have it like, you know, in like frames stacked, you know, against the wall and stuff. Like, I have to flip it over every time, like, my friends' kids come or like my niece comes home. It's just like, that's a little too mature for these kids. But yeah, aside from that, I think it's a great art to have. Well, you release more stretch denim jackets. I want a matching set with a stretch pair of strong guy or classic fit. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really do a lot of stretch jackets. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I keep my posters in like folders like this. Hold on. Here are the two options for colorways. So this is going to be the original, and then this will be the limited edition. So this one's got the green carpet, and then the orange carpet, and then the color of her eyes is slightly different. So those are the two options there.
Yeah, and if you notice, she's wearing a Naked Famous Denim jeans, Selvedge jeans.
Yeah.
She also has that's like the vintage toys on the shelves.
Got a fur hat that I used to have when I was a young man. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool poster, a beautiful print that can be framed and put on your wall. But yeah, like you know, I got my Rock and Jelly Bean posters here. I tend to collect quite a few of them. This was the original. This one right here.
The collaboration.
Yeah.
So it was Big John, Naked and Famous, and Rock and Jelly Bean. And it was like this Japanese girl and blonde Canadian girl. Yeah. And it's a good poster, but we didn't really have it print quality. Yeah. So.
Super. Great movie here. Rainn Wilson. Some Batman stuff. But yeah,
yeah, so that's the 15-year anniversary.
And then, this thing weighs a ton, but this is more posters. Hold on. I can't hold this careful. Oh, here's some crazy ones. Got True Romance. This is a fun poster. Yep. So, you know, he likes his pinup style stuff. What else do we got here?
As you can see, it's all in the folder.
It's all in folders. Oh, this one's crazy. You gotta move the chair out of the way a little bit. Miami Beach Werewolf. Or Miami Werewolf. So it's kind of like a play on Teen Wolf. Terminator 2 one over here. But, yeah. Very few is actually...
We got a subscriber. Andrew, welcome.
Andrew, welcome. Some great Halloween artwork. This one's not a Rock and Jelly Bean one, but...
this one also would never go on the wall.
It's great. It's wonderful.
I would be haunted.
Yeah. But yeah, if you can't put it on the wall, just get a big old binder. Some older Rock and Jelly Bean stuff. This is a Big John Rock and Jelly Bean poster.
Yeah, we did a ton. Yeah. There was like the Beach Boys kind of one too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have it.
Oh, Turtles 2. Check that out. Can't see it very well. And I got a Thing lenticular poster. Might not see it, but it's all here. Weighs too much.
It's your exercise.
My exercise. Okay, that's should be sturdy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Kasuri core, yay or nay? We did the gradient core, which is kind of like a Kasuri core, I would say.
Yeah, that could be something.
Yeah, it seems like an expensive idea.
Yeah.
But it is an idea nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay. Mouse, Wonder Looper embroidery service one day. There's currently a Wonder Looper embroidery service on wonderlooper.com.
Yeah.
So you can get an embroidery there. Okay. I want to show off some MIJ.
Okay.
Because there was somebody who asked me to show off some MIJ, so we have it here.
Yeah, and they should be coming soon, shouldn't they? Let's just get that fur out of the way.
So what do we got? We've got fur-covered MIJ jeans.
Okay, this is as good as it gets for now.
Yeah. So this is 13.
This is 13,
which
comes first.
Which comes out before 12 because
it's
of
missing
reasons.
a leather patch, but it will be a black leather patch.
Yeah. So this is going to be the all-black version of the MIJ 10. So the Okayama Spirit MIJ 10, that is going to run as kind of a core MIJ option for us. So we'll replenish that, every so often. And this is the all-black version of that. So for those people who want black jeans, this is going to be the first all-black MIJ based off our incredible Okayama Spirit fabric base. And you're going to have a nice slubby all-black denim with all the MIJ details here as well. And that chunky fat Selvedge ID is pretty cool.
The color is not so bright here, but I think you can see the slubbiness.
Yeah. And these are, when are we going to have these? Probably early next year?
I don't know. I mean, it should, if it hasn't, it should arrive soon, but I mean, with
our release schedule the way it is.
It might not come out this year.
Yeah, it might be an early 2024 release. It was scheduled to be out this year, but, production in Japan, very slow these days. So... Bear with us. There will be some
delays.
Yeah. So that's MIJ 13, which will actually come out before MIJ 12 because when we designed 12 and 13, we designed them at the same time. It just happened that 13 got finished before 12 did. And so this is 12, which is the greencast big slub. When you get yours, it'll have slightly less cat hair on it. Slightly less. I can't promise you that there will be none. But there will probably be close to none because we don't ship them from our house. But the Indigo Greencast Big Slub Denim, let me compare it with like a classic dark indigo.
Yeah, it's such a nice color, this one. The indigo Greencast is just so nice.
Here, for example, is the Chinese New Year, Year of the Dragon. And you can see the green is, maybe it's difficult to see in the screen, or maybe you can see it, but it has much more of a emerald tone to it as well. And the slub texture, this is a short slub, like Samphiri's denim. Look at the comparison here. You can see that the texture here is unbelievably unbelievably different, but it's not unbelievable because it's definitely believable. You can see it right here. You can see it with your own eyes. Definitely not vintage, if you know what I mean. How dare you? How dare you? We dare. So 13 and 12 likely early in the year. And then one thing that I don't think we ever drilled down completely was the 14, which we have here.
Oh, 14's not, long away.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll have this out by the summer, and we will have it in like the heritage style jacket. In fact, the first heritage, we're going to call this a heritage style jacket.
Yeah, heritage jacket. So this one, 13 actually, is it's going to have the denim jacket, regular denim jacket,
yeah,
and heritage jacket.
Yeah.
And True Guy.
Yeah. So this will be the first True Guy MIJ. So there will be a restock of MIJ 10 with the True Guy
and the heritage jacket.
So those are coming. Yeah. Every release will have this, so hopefully you guys like it, and we'll continue to make it. Just remember, this is very true in terms of like its vintageness. It will be short. It is to the waist. It is a to the waist jacket. Yeah. I've mentioned this already to people, and every now and then I get a comment. Oh, can you make it longer? Can you make it with pockets? Can you do this, that, and the other thing? I'm like, no.
You asked for type 2.
You want type 2? You're getting a type 2. So if we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it right. And so that's what we're doing here, and that is the styling that we're going for. Classic styling. So you'll see it for yourself. I'll put it on.
What are the weights on MIJs? So MIJ 13 is 16 ounce?
Yeah, 16, I think.
I think also the greencast, these two are 16 ounces. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Like with a jacket like this, whatever you're wearing, you probably want to tuck it in. I'm not going to do a full tuck right now, just a fake tuck. But you can see, like, that's how the styling is going to go with that. Right? And if you want to wear it bigger, you can, obviously. But in your size, it's going to be a little bit more fitted. And then these pleats they open up. So you have the room. It just might, you have to wear it and it expands out a little bit. Or just get a little bit of a bigger size if you want it to be a little bit more fitted. But, back in the days, these were a little bit more like ranch shirts. So, yeah, consider that. No side pockets, but dual chest pockets here.
Yeah, and that one I think is...
This is like 10 ounces, I think. Yeah. So this is going to be the summer one. It's the first like summer MIJ. You've got like this great beige weft interior that's super, super neppy. You can see that. So really, really beautiful, lightweight, like...
So what's amazing about this fabric is the warp and wefter neppy. So usually it's the weft that it's neppy, but here you can see both indigo naps and weft colored naps.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
And definitely deserving of the MIJ line.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, when we make stuff for MIJ, it's always gonna have just that level higher of fabric detail.
Yeah, we have a selection process. It's like it's deserving of the MIJ-ness.
Yeah. It's pricey.
Yeah.
But I think you see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If the MIJ MK2 sells well, could we see a no MIJ Mark II?
I think maybe he means Type 2.
Oh, the Type 2. Could we see a no?
I don't know.
Think so. I think it's more for this audience, the MIJ audience.
And also, I mean, like denim jacket is not something that we sell a ton of.
Yeah.
So splitting that sales into, different fits, it's not going to be efficient.
Yeah. I think it should just stay in MIJ land. We'll see. Yeah, and like we as much as like denim jackets we like produce a couple different styles a season, they just don't sell as well. They really don't. Like most people have one. Like maybe this audience might have a few denim jackets, but you have a denim jacket that you wear and you wear it a lot and you wear it and you wear it and you wear it and you wear it. But like your jeans, you tend, even if you're like fading a pair of raws, like after a year, 2 years, you might change that out. But your denim jacket, you generally tend to keep wearing it. So most people don't have a couple. So whereas most people tend to have a couple of pairs of jeans. Dusty Rad, how do I? Did I miss it? Will the greencast MIJ have a Type 2? Yes, we will have that as well. So all the MIJ releases going forward will have the Heritage jacket. Okay. Let's get into snack time.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the, it's raining.
No, it's good. It should be like fine now.
Okay.
I think by now it should be fine. It's right on the counter there. So we've got another. We're rolling into the casual part. It's all casual, but the more casual part.
Invite the wives.
Invite the wives, everybody. Attention, wives. This is your part of the show. We get to review and taste some snacks that you may not have seen or heard of before. So these are
what I'm excited about because I know it's gonna be good.
Explain
it's not
them.
gonna be gross. So Haagen-Dazs in Japan have very good products and they're very creative. These we have two here. We have matcha azuki, which is matcha with red bean paste. This one is kinako kuromitsu, so it's the like soybean powder and the brown sugar syrup.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some mochi here as well.
Yeah, so this is a mochi series.
Yeah.
So they put mochi and like in the ice cream.
Yeah. So for those people who don't know what mochi is,
it's like a rice cake, I guess.
Yeah,
like
so
it's made from mochi rice, but it's very chewy. Yeah.
So they pound the rice until it becomes like a gummy kind of texture. So it's matcha green tea with Japanese red bean and mochi, so rice gummy stuff. Very Japanese.
Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Yeah, very Japanese flavors.
I just open it up.
You can see it's powdered on top.
Yeah, I'm just. So this is all mochi. I think underneath is the ice cream. I guess it's kind of sitting on top of the ice cream.
All right, and you can see here I've got some red bean on top of some mochi. So that clear stuff there is the mochi. Hers is not so clear because it's covered in the powder. And then I've got the green tea ice cream underneath. Now I think in the West they get the Haagen-Dazs matcha.
Yeah, but it tastes different.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like North America. To be fair, I only had it in Canada, but the Haagen-Dazs matcha flavor that you get in North America is not the same as Haagen-Dazs matcha flavor you get here. Here, it's so much better. Okay. Trust me, if you come to Japan, try it.
Everybody come to Japan and come and try it. So I'm gonna taste. Let's both taste them at the same time. We'll taste the.
See, gooey.
Yeah.
Gummy.
Gummy. Ooh. There you go. Try
nice
to get
and melted.
Yeah.
I got all the layers. I don't see the syrup.
Or does it come with the syrup, or maybe it was supposed to come with the syrup?
No, I think
or
it's
maybe
just,
it's in the center.
Yeah, or maybe it's like the flavor is in the ice cream. Oh, I see it at the bottom. It's like a pudding. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
See, I got the brown syrup.
Okay.
So let's try.
So I want to try that out.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. The mochi is very melty. It's not very mochi-y. It doesn't have the...
It doesn't have the bounce. But it still has a good mochi taste.
Yeah. The taste of kinako, which is the soybean powder, sugary powder.
Yeah.
I like it. And I think it's in the ice cream too, so it's kind of like emphasized.
It's kind of got a little bit of a nutty taste that's very sweet. Like...
Yeah, it's all kinako.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. This reminds me of, this is maybe too deep Japanese, but shingen mochi is like a type of like dessert, I guess we have with like this textured mochi. It's not like regular mochi. It's just like a very specific type of mochi.
Yeah.
And you put like a bunch of kinako, and then you put tastes exactly like that.
Right.
So I think that was their.
You get the creaminess, and then the mochi, it kind of lasts until the end. So you get like this sweet like rice taste right at the end that's just kind of gooey. Very, very nice. Okay. I like that a lot.
All right.
I like that a lot.
Let's try the other one.
And this is a limited edition flavor.
No, but I've seen it. Like I think they bring it back yearly.
Like, I see. So it's like a seasonal option.
Yeah, but this one I don't think I've tried. It's the matcha with azuki.
Okay.
All right.
Dig in. Can we stay with you guys when you come visit? No, we don't have. We live in a Japanese apartment. It's too small. Okay.
So I got the mochi on top. I got the
you got it all.
I got it.
There we go. Let's try it out.
I do like. I believe Haagen-Dazs has the best matcha ice cream that I've ever tried. Aside from maybe like, chef making it or whatever. But this one, I think it's great.
I prefer the other one more.
I think I can understand. Yeah.
If you really like matcha, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, this is very matcha.
And I like.
And the mochi part, the gummy part, adds more. I don't know, interestingness to the
It adds a nice like layer of complexity to the taste because as you eat it, you kind of are eating different things. And so the ice cream melts first, and then you have the mochi, and then like the red bean is kind of there at the end as well. So it's a couple of different, complex tastes all together in one. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Both.
These are great.
I think if matcha might not be everybody's like cup of tea. Badoom ching. But if you do enjoy matcha, that's a great one. Or just enjoy the matcha on their own. This one I feel like Westerners will probably like a little bit more. Just because I feel like it tastes a little bit more, like it has a more familiar taste maybe. It's, the peanut butter kind of taste here is strong. So.
Yeah, it is very peanut buttery.
Yeah.
Kinako. Yeah. All right, so you can enjoy these. Haagen-Dazs is expensive, but in Japan, Japanese Haagen-Dazs does like amazing flavors. They don't just rely on good old, cookies and cream and whatnot, and strawberry and whatnot. They're very creative.
Right, I agree. So, how would we rank this?
Oh, it's pretty high. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe. Okay, I'm debating whether it should be 8.9 or 9.0.
Oh, I see. Really, that's really high.
Yeah, it's very high. I think I'm gonna keep it 8.9 just because it's, 9 seems like very unattainable level. It's not unbelievable. It is great, but so I'll keep it that.
Okay, I'm putting it in 7-8 land, which for me I think is a high score. Yeah, I think it's a very, very nice, very tasty ice cream.
Are there ice cream that could go into the higher levels?
See, my favorite flavor I feel like is maple walnut. I also like cookies and cream a lot. So like a very rich maple walnut is gonna get a really high score.
Like 8 over
like,
8.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 9 is, like you said, pretty unattainable. Yeah.
I think it's because Haagen-Dazs did a great market research and figured out what Japanese people like.
Right.
And I'm the target market.
Absolutely.
So maybe I find this to be way more better than you.
They nailed it. Like if they're going to do I'm Canadian, maple walnut.
Yeah, exactly.
Just I love maple walnut ice cream. Whenever it's there, that's what I'm getting. It's just, that's the option. All right, we'll answer a couple more, and then we'll wrap it up with as another successful live stream. I believe, and if you believe so, then you definitely want to hit the like button. Because that's what you believe. Okay, back in with the chat. Galactic Moonshine writes, Naked and Famous times Michael Malice, please. Michael's visited the office before, and I guess that was our collaboration. You should ask him about the Malice Selvedge. Ask him about that. BD writes, Anonymous Isms times Naked and Famous collab. The thing is, they already make an indigo sock, so I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we could. Like, we could talk. I'm sure they'd be down to do like some custom, sock for Tate and Yoko, Naked and Famous New York. Yeah. But I don't know what it would be.
Yeah. It will be. Yeah, and it will be something that they make rather than like a jeans that's
right.
anonymousism inspired. I think.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So
to think of that,
Kevin Moss, I recently moved to Okinawa. I'm going to Family Mart later today to get some of those ice cream flavors.
Nice.
All right,
that's a good place to be.
Yeah, and you can get some Blue Seal ice cream. That's Okinawa's famous ice cream. Blue Seal.
It's like 30 Baskin Robbins from Okinawa kind of thing.
So I hope you enjoy. Okay, The Raven, if you were to pick a Selvedge ID color you wish showed up more often, what would that be? I don't know about a specific color, but we're playing a lot more with designing the Selvedge IDs now. Like, we do a lot of red line. I think part of the reason we do a lot of red lines is because that's what a lot of people expect.
I do like those solids. Just single colored solids.
Yeah.
I really like those.
I like all white solid.
Yeah.
I really do, but you'll see some gradient ones from us soon. I really like the Elvira one because we use the warp yarn on the Selvedge so that it will fade. So I like the idea of using more like fading color yarns on the Selvedge so that it will actually fade, like your jeans will fade. So those are some of my ideas there. Eric in Mini, Podcasters collab. I want the Lex Friedman Selvedge Canadian tuxedo. What would the Lex Friedman Selvedge be? The monotone robot voice.
Probably a black one, solid black.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Something like that. Very.
It doesn't sound so exciting. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody.
Who is the most exciting podcaster to do a collaboration?
I don't know who like the hot ones are.
Well, Joe Rogan is probably the most famous podcaster in the world.
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, it would have to be like heavyweight.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that gene would be.
I mean, Joe Rogan, it has to be heavyweight, no?
He's not a big guy.
No, but it's like what he represents, like, like.
Oh, yeah, I guess his yeah. Don't even know. Podcaster Selvedge.
Yeah, I'm just worried about ice cream melting now.
Oh, you feel free. Matthew Fan, any thoughts on more denim banners, or is the MIJ one restocking? We'll have to restock.
Yeah, it would happen. It would definitely happen in the future. It's just, we don't know when.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do, this is the last question of the day, everybody. Vance Edwards, would you ever put in extras with your jeans? For example, if you do a Halloween next October, wouldn't it be awesome if you included the actual mask with the jeans? Maybe what we need, I don't know if we can get that might be a little much, because, look, to some degree, whatever we include is what you're going to be paying for. So if, like, if we put in a mask in with those jeans, you're going to be paying for a mask, which you may or may not actually want. But,
we do stickers?
Like, little things like stickers, like, that's not going to affect the price. So likely what we should have done for Elvira, which we didn't, and I have to apologize because sometimes it's like 3 weeks right before like we're gonna release it. I'm like, did we make stickers for this? I'm like, oh, we forgot. Yeah. So we'll have to make some Halloween stickers, and my aim is just like with the Elvira, that we'll have like some beautifully designed custom artwork for the patch. So anyways, I talked to Andy Belanger, our fantastic artist, about that, and he's on board. So anyways, we're just going through the approvals process right now with the Halloween team, and we hope to bring you guys something spooky and spectacular next Halloween, just like we did with this Halloween. So
yeah. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. I think it's...
No, we have one more before... one more live stream before it's... Before anyways, Halloween. I was trying to think of something clever. And then we're in Christmas mode.
Yeah.
As soon as November 1st hits...
Yeah. We haven't really been watching a lot of scary movies.
No.
I haven't really been in the Halloween mood.
I haven't watched a movie in a while.
Yes, that's true.
It's been a while since we've had, like, literal... Like, we haven't sat down and watched something for an hour and a half in, like, forever.
That's not true. We watched Bullet Train.
Oh, that's true. We watched Bullet Train a couple weeks ago. That was all right. Mm-hmm. That was all right. But aside from that, I don't know, even remember what the last movie we watched was.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
So, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, that's it from us. We'll see you guys again next weekend. Well, the weekend for us is Friday evenings for many of you. Thanks for hanging out with us on Friday. We know it's Friday and you're with us. We greatly appreciate that. 7 p.m. Eastern, right here. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for another. Maybe get some ice cream to enjoy. And we'll see you guys next week. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.